I don't know about you guys, but after a long weekend of partying and DJing, sometimes I need to just come home to something sweet. I don't need a full meal, just something to satisfy my sweet tooth. And I am so happy to introduce you to Indulge NYC. If you are a fan of Feed the DJ podcast, then you know that we have been rocking with Indulge NYC for some time. Indulge NYC is a women-owned and operated business here in Staten Island, New York, and we are so happy to support them. So if you are looking to satisfy that sweet tooth, head over to Indulge NYC and tell them that Girl on the Rock sent you. It is another episode of Feed the DJ podcast with your favorite girl on the rocks, of course. We have made it to season 2, episode 2, and I am here in the studio, hot, sweating. It is that angry hot outside right now. Like, we're in New York City, the air quality is terrible, and it's like, I'm pissed off within 10 minutes of being outside, but we're here in the nice, cool studio. We are going to have an amazing interview like we always do. And of course, we're going to end the show with a live DJ outro. Now, there's been some time since the last episode, you guys, and so much has happened. If you are a DJ in New York City, June is probably the busiest month on your calendar. June is very crazy. I mean, that and maybe like December because of the holidays, but June here in New York City is a big deal. And there were so many events that I had and just so many experiences that I went through. And I really wanted to unpack that with my fellow DJs today. We have 2 DJs on the show today. One that is joining us all the way from Brazil and one that is right here from my hometown. And I'm so happy because I'm really good friends with the both of them. So it's going to be great to learn more about their journey and their experiences and kind of see if they feel the same way that I do. So if you're looking to get into DJing, if you've been a DJ and you're looking for an episode where you can like relate for once, this is definitely the episode for you. We're going to touch base on technical difficulties because, you know, that's what makes a great DJ. If you can overcome those hurdles, right? We have productivity versus being busy. Now, I feel like we've touched base on this before, but I really want to get into the nooks and cranny of that because it's been something that I've been struggling with as of lately. So I want to talk about that with my friends because I feel like you guys have been doing this a little bit longer than me. You guys are really just doing incredible events that I'm so proud of you guys for. And I'm just looking for some advice, I guess. So not only is this my show where I get to talk my shit, but I'm also trying to learn from my guests as well. And the last 2 main topics for today are self-care, because your girl hurt herself in June because of a gig, and I did not take the time to take care of my body and recover. And we also want to talk about event timelines. So for us DJs, it's all about timing. An event is broken down into so many different levels, and you're going to get to understand that from all of our points of view. I am so excited to bring onto the show Golden Kong, and we have DJ Forbes, or Fadda Forbes. If you really know, you know. I had both of you on my guest wish list for this season. I said I'm definitely reaching out to them. Jackie Mon Amour, who was on season 1 of Feed the DJ podcast, introduced me to Golden Kong because she's the Baile Funk queen of Staten Island. We all know this. And so she connected me with Golden Kong. We've partied together. We've celebrated family together. And I'm so happy that we could get you on the show. And Forbes, we have worked together. We have partied together. Damn near grew up together. So it's really good to have you in the studio. So thank you guys for coming.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. Yes. So I have some introductions for you guys, but I really want you guys to tell me a little bit about yourselves and about your DJ experience. So Golden Kong, let's start with you. You're all the way in Brazil right now. So thank you for giving me your time. Tell us a little bit about you, your introduction to DJing, and where you're at now.
So I'm from São Paulo, Brazil. Well, it's the biggest city in Latin America. I've been DJing for about, I would say, 12 years professionally. But before that, I was already DJing at some parties for friends. My mom had a hair salon, so some of her clients would ask me to DJ at their daughters or someone else's parties.
Yeah.
And what else? I'm a member of Foreign Posse. I don't know if you can see my T-shirt here.
Yes. Yes.
Um, I'm a DJ and producer. I also make my music, so it's not just about DJing. I usually play techno, house, electro, and baile funk. So that's my Brazilian touch over there.
Now, Forbes, tell us a little bit about you and how this whole journey got started and where you're at now. Like,
I'll say, well, for one thing, my life has always been revolved around music.
Okay.
My mother was a singer, and well, I'll give her the accent now, so
Ooh.
the Trini accent real quick. I'm a Trinidadian descent, so we grew up with music and cleaning the house
Right.
Saturday mornings.
can't
how
go out, can't do nothing.
You can't do nothing without that. So I grew up around that, and I was also blessed with the opportunity to go to school in Trinidad.
Nice.
So when I went to school in Trinidad, I actually was playing steel pan. I played steel pan out there. So I actually was able to perform with a parade and
Yeah.
everything. So it's like I feel like I brought that back with me, and I wasn't able to do steel pan out here, but instead of steel pan, I started dancing. I became a dancer.
Interesting. Well, so what was that transition for you, right? Like, was it hard coming back here and getting readjusted?
It was hard because I felt like a foreigner, because I spent a year and some change out there, so
Yeah.
my accent was very rough for
Well,
them.
I think that's a really good point to make because that's somewhere that you guys can really relate with each other, right? Because Golden Kong lives in New York City too and travels to Brazil. So for you guys to both have those roots elsewhere and bring that here and be successful here is really incredible to see.
Thank you. I became a dancer, went to school at Wagner, and out of nowhere, I had to make a mix. I had to make a mix for my dance team because we didn't know who to go to.
Yeah.
So I found an app called Virtual DJ, and I did a mix, and the mix actually sounded good, and the dance routine is still on YouTube right now. That's how real it is.
We're plugging that in the description.
Yes, it's still there too, So doing that, and I did my first party. I think it was 2007.
Wow.
It was a New Year's party, and I just took a different approach to DJing. I wanted to learn everything about it.
Yeah.
Learn the technicalities of it, learn how to put wires together, and I just was hanging out with a lot of different DJs that's from out here too, such as DJ Dancing Dave, DJ Casey the Ruler,
Yes.
DJ Dale, Maestro.
Me adding them to the list as he says the names.
There's so much DJs that I've actually grew up around on
Yeah.
Staten Island that actually formed me into the person that I became now these days, And because I stayed around them, learning all the techniques that I possibly can, I put my own little niche to it, So as me being Trini, I love soca music.
Yeah.
So now with soca music, you have that sense of air, that melody.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like because of that type of love of sound, I'm here where I'm at. Went through trials and tribulations, but
Of course, it's the love for music that brings you back.
yeah,
though.
the
Of
love for
course.
music, just music, I speak through it.
Yeah.
So now that I'm here now, I know it's a long introduction, but
It's okay. They have to know.
I'm very passionate about it.
Yeah.
Being born in just different sections of music that I had a different approach, So that's why I love it so much.
I'm so happy that we're actually talking about technical difficulties, right? Because the technical difficulties can really like freak you out in a moment, but it's that love for music that we all have that bring us back, right? So Golden Kong, tell us a little bit about how you've had to deal with technical difficulties as a DJ, whether it's back at home or here in New York City. And would you say that the ideal setup for a DJ is different in Brazil than it would be in New York?
I wouldn't say that's different. Actually, I think DJs all over the world. I mean, they have like different types of like rider they want, tech riders they want. But to be honest, like technical difficulties, they usually come from bad audio engineers. Like the guys who come like
Yeah.
and they don't help you out when you need them the most.
That's it right,
Right.
there. That's it right there.
And I think that's the biggest issue now because when I'm DJ, I mean, sometimes you have like I don't know, the cue doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know if you usually play vinyl Forbes, but I usually play digital and I usually play CDJs, and sometimes the cue doesn't work. And
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you go to a club and
And-
it's sticky buttons and
Because
a
the
knob
play
is
doesn't work.
missing. Yeah.
Because what they're doing over there, they're playing button mashing. Like if they playing Tenkashi on Budokai on PlayStation 2. Like, like, bro,
I don't
relax.
know. It's so weird. I don't know what the guys do with the buttons. It feels like people like hit the buttons with the hammer. You know all the
Yeah.
time.
no, I'm telling
But-
you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, even like I think 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Yeah, one week ago. I was supposed to. We asked for a tech radar. Okay, they offer us 2000 Nexus. Um, I think the girl who DJ with me, I think she asked for the Nexus 2, but for me it was okay. But the mixer was I think the V6 is the new one with the V10 with 6 channels. And that thing, I mean, I think I played on that mixer once. It was nice to learn and everything,
Yeah.
but we didn't know. So we
Wait,
couldn't,
Right.
like, you know,
And that's not
go
something you want to
after
experience in the heat of the moment.
You
Like,
said 6 channels?
yeah, six channels. This is the most
Why?
the most recent. That's the most that's the most recent mixer for a Pioneer
my gosh.
mixer.
I mean,
It's
I get
it is a good mixer though.
Yeah, I know. I get it. But why? Isn't 4 enough?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's not enough. Some people like to play live performances, and sometimes they plug in some like random stuff in
That's
different channels, so they can
You're
like figure
teaching
out
me
things.
something. You're teaching
Yeah.
me something. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
yeah.
usually play, when I play on, I'm playing with my 2-channel mixer or a 4-channel mixer.
Yeah.
I get beat juggling and stuff like that, but I'm usually on my 2 channels and
Yeah,
stuff,
same, same for the
I know
most
that
part,
a lot
yeah.
of techno DJs, you guys use, 4 channels and blending, transitioning and everything
Even
like that.
I use only 2 channels. I don't care about using like 4 channels. Sometimes I use 3, but only when it's available, and I don't even use that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
When it's
Naturally,
just
it's
another
two, though.
CDJ
Yeah.
plugged in, yeah.
would
But most of
agree.
the times I have no problems with DJing with the equipment itself, and even when the cue is like I don't know, it has a little problem, it is still fine because it still works.
Right,
I just have to
right.
figure out where to press, the little circle.
You ever had
Uh,
to, you ever had to play
there's
on
always
the-
a technique.
Yeah, of course. Always a hack.
You ever had a missing crossfader
Always-
where you had to use your fingers?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something, but like I was saying before, the engineers sometimes are a problem for us. I remember throwing a
Yeah.
party and the guy was saying, "How old are you?" Like confronting me, like, "Oh, you are way too young to know what I'm telling you, to understand what I'm telling you."
Ugh.
I'm like, I was,
Oh,
I think,
geez.
28, 29.
Yep.
At that time, I was like, I'm 29. I said, oh, okay. He didn't say anything after that. Because I was trying to like tell him that what he was asking me was too much for a DJ,
Right.
because I could play the way he wanted me to play. But I couldn't ask for my guest DJs to play the one he wanted us to play. And he would become, and while I was playing the day of the party, he was coming to the booth and saying, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. I wanted to kick his ass.
Yeah,
But I
no,
mean,
100%.
I was like-
100%.
Bro, you can't just let me
know-
rock. Like, let me play.
Yeah, you figure out. I'm not hitting the rat on the master. Like, so figure everything out, because not every track is the same. Is mastered the same way,
Yeah.
especially old tracks. If you play something from the '70s sometimes, or even sometimes from the '90s,
They're not even
it's not the
MP3s,
same.
they're like
Yeah.
flat.
Yeah, and
Double
they're
Cs.
and they're not, and the range is not the same. So you have to like put everything up, and yeah, you literally have to clip the track in order to get a good sound, and
Yeah.
it's not affecting directly the sound system. It's just the track going all the way up. It's like literally pushing the gain of it. Most of the times, I have more problems with people than
Yeah, right? The
the
people are the
equipment itself.
technical
Yeah.
difficulties. What would you say,
Yeah.
Forbes? Do you have any crazy technical difficulty memories or experiences, and how did you overcome it?
Oh, I'll talk about this one.
And was it your fault? Was it the people? Was it the actual technology?
This was actually just technology.
Oh, okay.
This is just technology. I remember
Because when it's my fault, I get extra mad because it's like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah.
I can't
Oh,
blame
yeah.
anyone. It was
Yeah.
my fault. My bad.
Gotta put some glasses on. Don't worry.
Right,
Don't look
right.
at me.
Don't
look
say
at me.
anything.
Leave me alone. You know. But this one, I actually, I still think about it
Yeah.
because when I was DJing with DJ Dale, you know, he built me up on building speakers. So we actually put together speakers and stuff. The wires,
Yeah.
stripping wires, and putting your own tweeter, mids, subwoofer. So like I went through that technicality before powered speakers was really pushed out there the
Right.
way it is now. It was pretty much how I look at it. Your '90s baby, right? I look at it like this. You see the '90s babies. We see the difference between when sidekicks and stuff came out
Yeah.
and the dial-up broadband and stuff like that.
Right.
We see the difference and change of how people act now, I adapted to the old school way, but still brought it into the new school way,
Yeah.
And because of that, I went to an event. I'm going to tell you about this event. This was a Sweet 16 I DJ'd.
Ooh. See, now those types of events always have a lot of pressure because this is something they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. Sweet
Yes.
16, birthdays, weddings, like
Yeah.
those things you can't fuck up. You know what I mean?
This was a Sweet 16 that I was
That's
DJing. And I had the amps there. Everything
Yeah.
was playing. Everything was going good. The tweeter went out in the middle of the party.
In the middle of
So-
the party?
Yes, everything sounded like underwater. Everything
Yeah.
sounded like underwater, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, we just.
And you built that speaker?
Yes, we built the speaker. Built the
Okay. I
speaker.
mean-
It was working perfectly fine.
Yeah.
We tested it out. We made sure
Yeah.
that everything was good. We literally went to Canal Street to go get a tweeter to go put into the speaker, and
Wow.
everything was good.
And
wired
like
up everything.
how far into the party was it? Was it like was it a 4-hour party? This is 2 hours in?
2 hours.
Yeah. Oh,
In the
God.
middle of the
The
party.
peak.
The middle of the
Everybody
party.
was already twerking and everything.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. We both looked at each other like, yo, what just happened? Nah, this can't happen right now. This can't happen right now.
Oh my God.
We go to it, try to mess it up, take the tweeter out, try to twist it, do
Right.
some type of
So while you're doing this, what are you doing to distract the crowd?
just keep playing.
Right. And so they don't really know.
No music.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
There is
like-
no music. We have to just keep going.
Yeah.
We have
That's
to just
the
keep
worst.
going.
Oh, dead noise?
Just keep going, yeah.
is our kryptonite.
So what we did was, remember, we're using amps.
Right.
So what we did was it's like we rigged it to the point where we're not pushing too much bass, but the mids was taking some of what the tweeters were supposed to do.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's like those days I told myself, I said, not again. And that's when I went to go get powered speakers.
Yeah, yep.
That was my last time. That was my last time,
Wow.
What was wrong? Like I was just at my grandmother's birthday party and the music was just playing weird.
Yeah.
I'm like, and they just kept on, they're not talking on the mic or anything like that. I'm like, yo, bro, so nobody's gonna fix this? So everybody's just looking at me right now.
Right.
Yeah. So you're all looking at me right now. Like, oh, that's
And
my
you know what's
responsibility.
funny? I feel like when it comes to being a DJ, especially for like showcases
Mm-hmm.
and stuff where there's other people on the stage, no matter whether the technical difficulty was our fault, the people who work at the venue, or just the technology in general, because we're on the stage, naturally everyone thinks it's us.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
naturally they're like, God damn it, DJ, kill the DJ. It's like, no, kill the sound tech because they're the one who put it together.
Yeah, it's like I just got here. Like,
Right.
what do you mean? Like, you know?
Yeah.
But when you guys are going through these crazy technical difficulties and you finally make it to the end of the gig, it's time to pack up and go home. What is that feeling? Are you guys taking time to reflect and figure out how you can get around this happening again? Are you taking in that time to really debrief your event? Because I know that there's been
yeah.
events where I don't. I just get in a car and I drive off into the sunset and I never think about it again.
I've had some of those.
Yeah.
I've had some of those. I can't lie about that. But there's many times where I've kicked myself in the head
Yeah.
for like 2 days straight. Like,
Yeah.
yo, how could I let that happen? Like, how
Absolutely.
did I miss this?
Yeah.
Like, I checked this, I checked that. Like, how did this
How
happen?
did this
Like,
happen? Yeah.
where did I go wrong?
Right.
Where did I go wrong? And I'm really sitting there like, oh, that's when I find out the answer's like, oh, That's where the wire was.
Right. Right.
When did you drop out of my bag? Like,
I mean, I think in the beginning of my career, I think anybody's career, it's even worse because
Oh yeah.
you commit like some crimes against the crowd sometimes,
Mhm.
and you make you make your mistakes and stuff. I remember back in the days, this just came to my mind. I think it was my birthday, and I got this gig here in São Paulo. And it was a very nice venue here. It was a very famous venue. And I was like, damn, this is my chance to show people from São Paulo that like I know what I'm doing. I'm a good DJ.
Yeah.
And
The
I think it
pressure.
was yeah, and I think in I was starting to use record box because if I was just using what's the name of that one? Tractor and the controller. I didn't know how to use record box. I was a little confused on how it worked. And I remember putting my track my USB in the CDJ and it wouldn't work. I mean, it would work,
Yeah,
but it
record
wouldn't read
box is
the
always
tracks
a little finicky. Yeah.
and
That's-
would work and would read the tracks, but not with the BPMs and stuff. And I was like, damn, I don't know what I can do here. Damn it. And then
And it's like
in the
it's
mi-
time for you to perform
I-
in that moment.
and
yeah.
I yeah, and I was already performing, and I brought my controller with me, so I had to like change my setup and play on the controller, so I
Yeah.
could like finish my set. It was just 1 hour set, and I was so disappointed on that day. And my ex-girlfriend was there.
Damn.
I was like feeling like
Those
shit. I was like,
days.
and it was like, damn it, I don't know. I'm an asshole. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. And why I had this I was performing already as Golden Kong. I had a duo. I had a project with a friend of mine. We were playing house music only on controllers, and it wasn't going also that well for me. My friend was playing better than me back in the days. Now I think we kind of changed the situation.
Oh, the tables have turned. Okay.
That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta do
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, and then we even in those like troubled times, like he would like try to figure things out also for me, and I was by myself at that time, so I was like, damn, how can I fix this? And well, it worked out. I mean, I played what I could. People liked it. My mom said that it was fine. Nobody could see what was the issue.
Yeah.
But for me, it wasn't the performance
Yeah.
I
You
wanted
know,
to like
your-
deliver
you know what
to.
your best
Yeah.
work is.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
wasn't.
No, I feel that I had a similar issue like yours. Ugh. So I had a wedding. This was a wedding, you guys. All right. I'm already nervous because one, it's a wedding. Two, this is a wedding of my coworker at the time. Right? So she's like, oh yeah, you're a
One
DJ,
of
gotta have you at
those.
my wedding, blah blah. And it was all the way in the Bronx, Pelham Park. Like really far. One, I went by myself. That's number one. I went by myself. So that's problem one. And that day I learned, like, if I really have something and it's far away, I can't go by myself. I don't care if it's even just somebody who has no idea about DJing. I just need someone with me, a roadie.
Yeah.
Right? So we had that. And long story short, it was time for me to finally do my thing. It was reception time. And I had gotten a little too lit at cocktail hour. And I put my wine down on my table. And I went to go do something, and I squeezed past, and the wine fell on my laptop. Right as people were walking in for the reception, I'm like, shit. Right? So I'm like, okay, speeches. Let's do speeches right now. Like, I know y'all are walking in, but let's do the speeches now. Let's do all that. And so there was like all of these ceremonies that had to be done between like the bride and groom and the parents and all this. I'm like, yeah, we're doing all of that right now. And take your time while you do it.
I'm
Like,
crying.
and I got one of the workers
Call the
from the
audible.
venue. Yeah, I got one of the workers from the venue to like take my laptop to the back and like use that thing that they use to blow off the dishes in the kitchen for my laptop. Like I had him do that and just like blow it off. It was wild.
That's crazy. That's
a new
crazy.
one.
Wild.
That's a new one.
And let me tell
That-
you, after all of that stress, I was freaking the fuck out. They tipped me $200 that night. And I literally
amazing.
bursted out in tears. I burst out in tears. They're like, "What's wrong?" I was just like, it was just such a beautiful ceremony." But really, it was because it's like, I can't believe I can live to tell this story and be $200 richer while I tell it. So
Nah, you can't lie.
it was.
I feel like
insane.
somebody was watching you like, no, she's.
It was insane. Now that was my fault. So that was another reason why that just was such a big deal. But they had no idea. The family had such a great time and it worked out. And I just feel like that was one of those defining moments for me where it's like, okay, I think I learned a big lesson. No more drinks anywhere in this vicinity.
Oh, yeah.
But also, like, I can do this. You know what I mean?
When you're under pressure.
Yeah, like, I can do this. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So it was nice. And so I want to segue into our next topic because we were actually talking about this off camera. And I think when you've been through your peaks and valleys with this, right, and you kind of learn what to do and what not to do, you come into a situation like I'm in right now where I'm battling being productive and being busy and what the difference is between those two.
I would say I'm not the greatest at it, but I would say I'm still at the beginner level of learning the business side of it.
Yeah.
You know, because DJing, you get lost into it.
You do.
You get lost.
Especially being from New York City, you got to pay your bills. Like, you don't really have time to quit and start something over again.
And another thing that plays a big part is where you're from.
Yeah.
Staten Island isn't known to being the party place.
Yeah. This is not Bushwick.
Yeah, it's not Bushwick. It's not Brooklyn. So what would make it easier for, people in Brooklyn is a little bit harder for us, so Staten Island.
Right.
So we might give more of an oomph than the other DJs out there because we're just more hungry because it's like we already get cold the last borough.
It already took me 2 hours to get here.
It's already you already done gave us that bad taste. So it's like now we just gonna show you what we talking about, what we could do and stuff. So like it's when it comes to our city, we've realized that we can't show too much.
Yeah.
Because our city's so small. So when it comes to productivity and being busy, I feel like you can be productive in your city, but be busy elsewhere.
I like that. I like the way you put that. Golden Kong, you're a little bit of the opposite because you come from such a big place, right?
Yeah.
But how are you finding balance between productivity versus being busy? Especially because right now, the DJ scene is so saturated, right? Everybody's a freaking
It is. It's
so
hard to,
how are you balancing this act?
It's hard to highlight yourself when you're like in a place where everybody's doing the same thing.
Yes.
And I think you have to work, literally like have to go places. You have to literally party with people because people want to see you. Yeah. The more they see you, they say, "Oh my God, okay, this guy is cool." If you're nice to people, if you talk to people, it's part of the interaction. Like DJ needs to be in the scene. And I learned this a little bit late. I could learn this earlier when because it's funny. Before I didn't have money, and maybe I had time, or maybe I didn't. And now, not that I have money, but like I have a little. It's weird. My life is a little weird now. I literally have a little bit more time, so I can explore more things, especially now in Brazil.
You bought your time back. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, and it's making sense for me. And I think even like because of my age, I'm about to turn 32. I have a different mindset.
Yeah.
Than 10 years ago. So it helps a lot for me to understand that, okay, before it was a hobby, like you guys mentioned.
Yeah.
But I could see something, but it wasn't reachable. I couldn't reach like this, the what I wanted. I wanted to be a DJ. I wanted to like perform at festivals. I want to travel. And I couldn't. And now I see that it is possible, so I have to fight for this. Also, like 12 years ago when I started doing this professionally, social media wasn't what it is today. We had
That's true.
Facebook,
Yeah.
That's true.
but Facebook wasn't the same, and there was no
Live
influencers.
or anything like that.
Um,
Right.
and influencers changed everything. Now we see a lot of influencers as DJs, and they don't even have. Not that I'm saying that followers matter, but um, they matter for social media, but they don't matter for, I don't know, streaming platforms that much
Right.
sometimes.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So it is hard to balance and make it work for yourself. I learned that eventually I would have to like do things by myself for myself,
Yep.
and they would be either like throwing parties if I didn't like the idea, which really I like the idea of throwing parties, but it's very hard. It's hard to bring people to your party. I think this
Yeah.
is the hardest thing of all
That's
of
the
them.
hardest part, the marketing, of course.
That's the hardest
This is-
part.
I feel like this is
And-
why I say
But yeah, and it's and this is also, and for some, this is the party thing. How to promote my music, me as a music producer as well.
Right.
How can I make people listen to my music in order to know about me, in order for me to get more gigs, in order for me to travel and get more gigs, in order for me, you
Right.
know. So I had to learn little things throughout this process of being a DJ. It's not simple. I mean, not for sure. We know that now I have more information,
Yeah.
but everything is not condensed in one place. Everything
Yeah.
is literally like, you know,
Ping, ping,
so
ping, ping, ping,
all
ping,
over the
ping.
place. It's all over the place. It's all over the place.
I think I got a little sauce for you for that one. on
Okay,
that.
tell us.
Yeah.
Give us
You
the
know?
sauce.
When the reason why I say productivity on your in where you're at and busy elsewhere is because like what I've learned. Okay, yeah, we're DJs. Everybody's gonna know. Yeah, we have parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do parties. Okay, parties, parties, parties. Okay, change their perception on how we do it now.
Right. Instead of it being a party, maybe it's an experience.
Maybe no, exactly experience. Change the wording and stuff like that. That's one. Two, instead of throwing parties, do family gatherings.
Where
Get the
it's
community.
friendly, where everybody
Yeah.
can have a good time and feel
Yeah.
safe.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it and stuff, you know. So be productive in your city to show your city that yeah, when you come into my events, you're gonna get an experience, you're gonna feel safe, and you're gonna have fun.
And hopefully be fed.
Yeah.
And hopefully
Like we
yeah,
do here at
and
Feed
feed
the
DJs.
Okay.
Yeah, something
like
that
that.
not that many venues do. No,
They
imagine
don't.
me.
They
I
really
don't drink. I don't drink. I don't do any drugs.
See, like
and I'm a
This would be
DJ, which
perfect.
is so weird for people when they see me, when they learn
Yeah,
this
right?
about me.
Yeah.
And I'm always expecting food at the green room. It never really happens.
No.
it's the wrong kind of green room.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the greens you're looking for.
You know, you gotta go to the other room.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes the room is a little. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but like yeah, that's the reason why I say it like that, because it's like, listen, you know, you want to go make it to the big stages, like you said, you know, festivals or the main stages and stuff, you
Yeah.
know. So you want to know how festivals be noticing you when you're doing your own big thing in your city and stuff. They
Right.
see, because it's like you're gonna have thousands of people taking videos. Oh, we're over here at this hashtag. Oh, we're at this hashtag feed the DJ. Hashtag
Right.
this, hashtag that.
Right.
Now you've became an influencer off of just something that you was just doing for the people.
And I think consistency
you know?
too.
Yeah, and
right?
yeah.
Consistency is more important than what it is you're actually doing.
You know,
You could do something dumb, but if you're funneling it as much as possible, people are gonna eventually be like, "Oh, okay, this isn't dumb. This is actually kind of funny, or this is actually kind of cool." Like,
Yeah.
you know. So I would definitely say this is an inspirational episode. Listen, this is how Feed the DJ started. Trust me when I say we are always getting hit with some surprises. We had some surprises today, okay, you guys? Every episode, whatever can go wrong, for the most part, will go wrong. And that's the DJ scene. I'm sure that's every industry out there too, right? Timing is everything for us DJs. For anyone who is looking to get into DJing for special events, who is looking to do bigger format DJing and things like that, let's kind of break down an event timeline. right? So, and this is your ideal event. It's a beautiful venue. The promoter or the person that booked you is very communicative, and they're very they pay attention to everything. The technology is great. And it's a beautiful day. You already got your deposit. Like, I'm setting the scene for you guys right now, right? So everything is going great. You have your charger. You have that poppin' Wi-Fi. Like, you're great. So how are you breaking down? And we'll go for the both of you. But, okay, let's start with you, Forbes. How are you breaking down this event, right? So, for example, for me, I'm not going to play my best songs or the songs that I know people are going to want to get up and dance to at the very beginning of an event when people are walking in. So how would you break down your event? Let's say this is a 4-hour event. How would you break that down music-wise?
See, I'm Mr. Two-Step.
Right.
I'm Mr. Two-Step. I like to, I'm big on crowd interaction.
Yeah.
You know, like, I like to interact with my crowd, you know, so I don't know about anybody else, but I still to this day, I still get stage fright.
Oh, me too.
You know, to get on the mic and say something,
100%.
something doesn't come to my mind. I'm like, you know what, yo, let me get 2 shots.
Right.
2 shots in the
I'm gonna talk to them
Corona.
in 30 minutes.
Give me a second. Let me just vibe real quick. So I'm starting off with my instrumentals, you know, at a nice, say what? I like to start at 60s, but I tend to start more at 80s.
Same.
You know,
Same.
The 80s, you know, because that's like my Beres Hammond.
And when you say, and this is for anyone who's watching who isn't
80 BPM.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, like, be specific so that they know exactly what you mean. Do you mean the decade or do you mean the BPM?
Yeah, like my BPMs and stuff, I like to start from like the 60
I was also
BPM.
lost here.
Yeah. Sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that. You know, but yeah, I usually start from like the 60 BPM or like to, you know, 80 is where I'm really more comfortable at because I know a lot more R&B and stuff like that. That's like the real feel good or, you know, the slow reggae and stuff.
Gotcha.
You know?
So that's the beginning of the party.
That's the beginning of the party.
Okay.
By like, say what? Say the hour comes in, I'm working in the 90 BPM.
So you're going through the decades.
Yeah, like I know how to go through the decades, and the thing is, like I said, I'm a crowd interactor.
Right.
So it's like
you're reading the room.
So I'm reading the room. I'm also micing.
Yeah.
While using the songs to actually complete my sentence.
Right.
You know, so it's like when I'm saying, so it's like I'll play like I'll say, so all right, so anytime you go into the bar, what's the one thing you want to do for a girl? Oh,
I'ma buy you a drink.
You know? And it's like I'm using that, or I'm making jokes with people and stuff like that. Like, oh, why you in your phone? Stop texting that man. Let him know that you're having a good time right now. You know, like I'm making people feel good, have a good time. You know, and forget what's going on out here. It's time to have some fun. We here for a good time, not a long time. You know, 90 BPM. You know, then after by I will say what. Let me just put it in my head, like say 9:30 depart by 9:30. Okay, I'm working in a little bit of the, you know.
And the party started at 8. So the
party
started at 8. Now it's
9:30. You know?
People done had a drink by now.
They had a few drinks. Okay. Oh, I get a text message. Oh, birthday person's walking in at 10 o'clock. Okay, cool, no problem. The 90 BPM. Oh yeah, I'm shooting now.
Right.
I'm shooting some more of the. Oh, it's time to get up out your seats. Let's go.
Right.
You know,
because you want the person whose birthday or whoever, you know, to walk into a crowd. Gotcha.
Everybody having a good time. Okay, you know, so the 90 BPMs and stuff. You know, so by the time I would say 100 BPM is set, birthday person is walking in at that point in time.
Right.
You know, and I'll use that moment to reset the party.
Now, before you continue, now I've done it just because I want to make sure that I do everything perfect for my client. But do you ask for like their top 10 favorite songs of all time just to make sure you're adding it into your set?
Listen, that's my way to get new music.
Right.
That's my cheat code to get new music. It's like if I don't know about a certain song, I gotta know how my crowd know. You know what they like now. Cause you know, listen. I'ma just say it. TikTok ruined music.
It did.
It ruined the feel that we look for in music and stuff like that. Cause I get lost with a good song. You know, So now that we got to play song 15 second change, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
can
Right? Can we make it to the bridge? Can we make it to the bridge?
For a minute. The song is much longer. Like, come on now, like, come on,
Yeah.
you know. So that's why I like to make people feel good, you know. Play them good songs, let them songs play for a little bit, you know. And then like I said, okay, birthday person's here.
Right.
Reset. Now I can choose to either go 70 BPM.
Right, go back to the 70s or
You know?
go all the way to 140
130, 140 now, you know? And the thing is, I like to use math with, a lot of DJs don't think of that, you know?
Yeah.
I use math with my DJing. So it's like, okay, if I'm at 70, I know I can go to 140. Or if I'm at 130, I know I could go to like to like 60, you know?
Okay.
And it's like I'm using division at the same time,
Right.
you know,
Right.
as I'm mixing. So it's like that's when I can really just start to play. I could really start to play with everybody now.
Right,
I
right.
got them at full control.
And be
you know,
creative with it.
Be very creative with it.
Yeah.
Now I can play soca, reggae, wherever you want to go, because I already done got you guys to that level.
Right.
Birthday person's here. Oh, where we going next? Where we going next? Yeah, now you're on your toes. now.
So, tell me about the die down.
The die down. Oh man, see,
That's always hard. It's always hard when you're having a good show and then it's like, oh, gotta go, y'all. Bye.
Right now, I am known. Right now, like not even tooting my own horn. You could actually go on my page and somebody actually tagged me and say, "Yo, when it comes to that closeout music, Forbes don't know how to make us go home."
Okay, there's been too many parties where it's like, all right, y'all, we about to head out.
And I'm playing and it's like I'm
You
not
ready to put your coat
I'm not
on?
playing. I'm not playing anything crazy, but you think that they would want to go home. No.
It's the energy.
These the songs, these the feel good R&B. I'ma sing my heart out. I'm in my shower right now. I don't care. I'm singing. Heavenly Father, yes, please.
Yes.
And it's like people telling me like, "Yo, bro, you don't want to go home?" I do, but yeah, I don't mean just turn it off.
You know you can't do that.
No,
You know you can't just turn it off.
no.
That is
Lights
impossible.
on. They're gonna say, "Let's
Yeah.
go, let's go."
You don't gotta go home,
Yeah.
but you gotta get out of here.
Until the security guard starts screaming out, "All right, it's time to
now
go.
it's
It's
like,
time to
okay,
go." When the
okay.
security guard starts saying something, all right, that's when you know it's time to go, because sometimes the security guard be jamming with me too.
Right.
He be sitting there like, "Yo, bro, can you stop? Like, can you
I'm
really
trying to get
stop?
home to my family
I want to
tonight,
go
bro."
home right now. It's 4:00,
In the
bro.
morning.
It's about to go on 4:30. I'm about to unplug. Nah,
Right.
You got
Play
it.
your
You
drum
got
and
it.
then get out of
You got it.
So Golden Kong, would you say that event timeline is around the same for you? And are events a little different in Brazil? I mean, I know for Carnival, you guys are partying all day long, every day for like 2 weeks straight. So,
But no,
Give us
not
some
really.
insight.
Even like during Carnival, I was doing Carnival here, doing some parties, and
yeah.
it was so funny. It wasn't what I was expecting, to be honest. Especially here in São Paulo, people started
Yeah.
celebrating 8 a.m. and going only until 8 p.m.
Okay.
And sometimes the
Okay.
party
A
would
nice-
start
a
at
nice
9. I was like,
12-hour
why
shift.
nobody? Yeah, one of the times I had my set cut in half because nobody was
Oh
at
my
the venue.
gosh.
And I was like, because people was like planning to wake up early again next day.
Oh, yeah.
and
So they're like, we're
party.
not going to stay out late. We're going to go to sleep and be there at 7.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Some people are not. Yeah, I don't know.
I heard
But-
last year Brazil Carnival was crazy.
It is crazy, but it happens differently in different cities. I heard that
Oh, that's
the
true.
northeast
Okay.
of Brazil, if you go to Salvador, which is one of the biggest cities and one of the biggest carnivals, they literally spend the whole like 24/7. It's like 2
Yeah.
weeks straight, 1 week straight. So I usually start something a little more disco and something a little
Okay.
more like 110, 120 BPM. And that's very chill. So that's, people they arrived and starting to get their drinks. And if it's 4-hour party, then second hour, I probably would play something a little faster
Yeah.
and something that people also know. Yeah. And third and fourth hour, I would be like going crazy already. People will be also
Right.
crazy.
Yes.
So I'll be going up like 130, depending on the track, 140. But for like raves, like for like kind of like rave parties, like techno parties, um, I never do like really long sets.
Yeah,
It's usually up to 2 hours.
that's true.
So
Yeah,
I also like try to start very chill and push a little bit harder later on the set, and then going from like 130 to 155 sometimes
wow.
BPM, which is
Yeah,
kind of fast comparing to soca and reggae and reggaeton and
yeah,
and R&B. Um, but I like to. I also like to bring something more chill in the beginning, and then bring something a little crazier later
yeah.
on
Kind
my
of tell a
set.
story
It
with
makes
it.
sense. It makes sense. It helps the crowd to, you know, set the mood.
Right.
And I hate people when they go way too crazy with their warm up, because
That's
warm up
true.
is and warming up the party is very important. So you kind of like
You set the
um
tone.
It is
you
very,
set the tone, but not
I
just
don't think
setting
that
the
people
tone.
appreciate that too much. I think that people are just thinking about it. Oh, it needs to be lit as soon as I get there. The warm up is so
Promoters.
There's no
important.
way.
Yes. Let's talk about the promoters, shall we? Like, I feel like there's either really good promoters or really shitty promoters, and there's no in between. So tell me about your experience, your beef.
Promoters don't get it. They don't get it, and there's a
Yes.
difference too. There's a promoter and an event planner. An event planner actually cares about the people's experience. The promoters, they just care about getting paid.
That is true.
That's all they care about. Like they don't care about anything else like besides that, because it's like the event planner, they have a responsibility to take care of. The promoter, there is no responsibility. The event planner, that is his responsibility. The promoter,
The promoter is just worried about bodies.
yeah, they're just worried about bodies. They're worried about the bottles and stuff like that. So it's like when you see a whole bunch of promoters on one party and stuff like that, tell yourself that party might go up in flames a little bit, because it's like, you mean to tell me you're about to pay for all those promoters?
Right.
You mean to tell me you're about to give them all $20 each off of each bottle that they sold? It's like I sit there and I look at these things. I pay attention. Who's the event planner?
Right.
That's the person running the event and stuff like that. Whatever they say go and stuff, that means that they got the big bag and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like promoters, they abuse their authority.
And so what do you think are some things that us as DJs can do, or even performers too, can do to have a more cohesive relationship with promoters?
I'm sorry to say, but I take notes from Funk Flex.
Okay.
It's about them, not about us.
Right.
Take notes from Funk Flex about that one. See, because Funk Flex, he owns everything he does.
Yeah.
He don't got no promoters. His promoters is his team. They work for him. They're under his establishment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He don't got to call no extra team. No, he has an establishment. He built himself up from the ground up and stuff. And it's like, I know how he started to where he's at now, As much as like, yo, I can't stand him on the radio at times, but it's like, you got to respect him. I respect him. His business moves, I will always respect that, because it's like, yo, like nobody's actually doing certain things that he's doing right now. Putting all the acts, putting all the establishments together that he's doing. He's a king for a reason, So it's like, you got to give respect where it's due, and that's what I realized. And he even thinks the same too. I think about that,
Yeah.
Promoters really be trying to take advantage of the DJs.
It's
Always
bad.
trying to underpay us and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, yo.
For the both of you, can you please tell me the promoter experience that scarred you?
Ah, man.
Who hurt you?
Yeah. No, it's not even on. It's not. I can't pinpoint it on just one promoter.
Of course not. Of course not.
But there's a lot of shiesty promoters out there that will always, try to downplay what you do and how you do it. When you present a certain type of character for yourself and stuff, that's just who you are. You can't change who that person is and stuff like that. Stop trying to undercut them. Stop trying to basically, stop trying to give them less than their worth. And another big thing, make this very clear. PSA. Booking a DJ with equipment and without equipment is 2 different prices.
True.
It is
Thank
2
you.
different prices.
Thank you. Also, if you are expecting your DJ to also host your event, those
That's
are
another
2
price.
different prices.
That is another price. Now you're asking
We're
me to be a
talking
promoter.
about shit here. We're really talking about
You
shit
know?
here.
Now you're asking me to be a promoter now. You know, I'm already doing my own promotion from my expertise. But
and
now
I had
you're
to
asking,
ask you to put my logo on the flyer.
you know? So now you want me to do this, that. No. It's another fee. Another fee. Just like if you want lights, fee. You want this, fee. So
It's only right.
It's
it's business.
It's business, you know? So like let's get this topic out there, please.
Well, I think I had more problems in New York than in Brazil.
Oh, 100%.
It's 100% New York.
100%.
Come on now.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know. People have, I don't know. They think they are the best of the best,
Ugh.
and
Yeah.
they're really not. And I had some problems. Some like very important. I wouldn't say important, but well known spots in New York.
Yeah.
There was a time that I was playing at this hotel rooftop. I can't say the place.
Yeah, don't say the place. Don't say the place.
Let's not get flagged, yeah. Just say this place.
This place. And well, I was like trying to get my to get a spot to play over there. So I eventually got it. The guy booked me because he wanted also he wanted also a favor from me because he was coming to Brazil, and he asked me if I could hook him up with some gigs here, and I said yes, and he said, "All right, I booked for these 2 places, so I'm gonna hook you up with some gigs here." So so I did this first one, and well, it was a Thursday or Wednesday. Later in the afternoon, I think 5 to 8, and I was playing like something very chill. They wanted me to play some like house music, but very chill. And I said I'm gonna play new disco because it's housey, it's chill, it's very electronic, but it's not disco from 70s. Very sunset, and the place wasn't even close to be packed. There was like I think it was like up to 10 people in that place, that spot.
Okay.
And I got there. The equipment wasn't even set up yet. I got there on time, like 15 minutes earlier, and nobody knew anything. Just the girls, the hostess, and the hostess and the waitresses. They were very nice to me. But the rest of the crew was like the worst you could have. I was asking for things for the bartenders, and they were looking at me like I wasn't asking for, I don't know, a Coke. And then I saw they passing with food. I was asking, "Oh, can I get
DJ,
fries?
yo. Deadass.
Can you feed the DJ? Can I get some fries?" And she was like, "Oh, we usually don't feed the DJ." And I was like, "All right, whatever. I can pay.
See?
Whatever. Just give me the fries."
Just give me the scraps. I'll take.
Yeah, I don't care. Then eventually,
this is crazy.
I tell the story to everybody, but this guy comes to the booth and he says, "Oh, you should be playing maybe some R&B," but he didn't even introduce himself.
Ugh.
And I was like, I'm not gonna play. I mean, I know what I'm playing, and it's good for what it is,
Yeah,
and it was.
like, come
It was
on
like
now.
10 people there just drinking. They're, nothing special. And then eventually, the guy who booked me, he called me. He literally called me. He didn't text me. He called me, and saying, "Yo, the managers are saying not playing. The music's not good. You have to change what you're playing. You should play maybe some disco." And there's a certain point that people doesn't understand what's disco and what's funk.
Right.
And it's like
right.
and everything is disco, but they forget that disco is like, I don't know, ABBA, and funk is like James Brown, and one has more groove than the other one.
Right.
And I got so mad at that point because I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
sent you all my material, so you know what I usually play, and it makes so much sense to this part that I'm playing. So if you feel like I'm not a good fit for the place, so don't book me anymore.
Simple.
Um, it
Yeah.
wasn't. I was in the
Like
middle of the event, and it wasn't even crowded. Nobody was there, so
Ugh.
nobody would even see what was going on.
And I hate that they
Uh,
put so much pressure on us to be the ones to bring
and
everybody in. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and they were putting pressure on me. They weren't even putting pressure on me regarding the public, but it was more about the music they wanted to listen to. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the manager comes to me later and say, "Oh, now it's good." And then I understand that the guy, and then comes, I think was actually was two guys, but then another guy comes, and then understands that there are two managers, and they were probably the ones complaining. And it was like, what's your problem? Why can't you like come to me, introduce yourself, and say,
Right.
oh, maybe you could play something a little different because I think the mood is not right. Even though it was, whatever.
so.
It's
100%.
all yeah. I was doing a good job. I wasn't like going crazy. I wasn't playing techno 140 BPM
Right.
on a Thursday afternoon. So I got a little bit like I got very mad. And
Yeah.
then eventually another girl comes. She was also working there. She had a jacket from the place. I could see that she was a worker. She was one of the workers, and she asked me what time I would finish. I said, oh, 8 p.m. But I was so mad at that point that I was like, okay, so 8 p.m. I'm gonna turn off the music.
Yeah.
So as so yeah, that's what I did. It was actually 8:02. I just turned it off. Nobody came saying, "Oh, everything is fine. Thank you so much." Like if you know that my time is from 5 to 8, once you get 8 p.m., you come to me and say, "Okay, you can shut it down the music. We're gonna change or figure
Right.
something out."
Like, tell
But
me
it
what's
got you,
going on.
and even if it
But he
was like
let
this,
you
I mean,
learn to figure everything out on your own.
yeah, but even yeah, I would have to go after the person. I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
So and also got to a point that I was so mad that I wouldn't even give them any chance to figure out themselves. So I just 8:02. I turned off the music, and I left the booth. And then this girl who came after was asking my name, like, "What's your name?" And I said my name, and she said, "Okay," like, "Okay, thank you so much." Was this okay? Like, I'm gonna f you up. And
I'm
guess what
so sorry
happened
about that.
after?
Oh
That's
gosh, yes.
yeah.
Bring it
That's
all
the
in.
aftermath.
Don't.
And there are two things that happen after. So eventually the guy started canceling. I had two more gigs at that place, but it wasn't. The place has two parts of the rooftop. There's a club and there's a rooftop area outside. Um, so I had two more gigs. I think two more events inside.
Yeah.
And he canceled like very close to the day, 1 week prior the event, saying,
Wow.
"Oh, I have to cancel this date," and then eventually said, "Okay, I have to cancel also this date." Um, and then I asked my friend what happened, and then she said that because I turned off the music before asking someone else to if what I should do. Um,
What
because she was the
the
one who
hell?
connected me to the guy. Yeah, that was wild. There was no
That's
even a
crazy.
CDJ or mixer there on the booth. I was like, whatever, you guys figure out. I'm here already. You know me. I already introduced myself to everybody in the place.
Right.
So now it's with you. Um, and the day I got was the guy said, "Oh, come get a check." And this he said, "Come get a check, but don't text me for the sake of my message box, my inbox." And I was like,
What?
"Who the hell you think you are?" I was like,
Right. Like this is a crazy. This is a crazy
you're not
night.
special. You're not special. And
And
I was
the
asking him
fact that
what
we're supposed to
happened.
carry our professionalism throughout all of this is crazy.
And I
I
was asking him what was the problem with the past gigs that he had to cancel, and he didn't even answer me. And I was
Right.
like, I got so mad. I think I got to meet him only once in person,
Yeah.
but I was like, why people have to be like this? Like, what's the point? You don't get anything. Actually, you're losing lots of points with lots of different people who probably
Right.
gonna and it's so funny because eventually I met a guy here in Brazil, and he said that he DJ at the same spot, and he
Really?
didn't have he didn't have the same problem. But he said that it was a bad
You
experience.
know, with all of this that we have to go through, how are we taking care of our bodies and how are we taking care of our
Oh.
mental? Because we were talking about that off camera too, right? So before we get into your
Yeah.
live DJ set, tell me how you guys are taking care of yourself mentally. I think June was mental health month, right?
Mhm.
So being an entertainer, we were talking about this before. You could be going through the worst of the worst right before a gig and still have to show up and have a smile on your face, and nobody can know that there's anything wrong because you have a job to do, right? But also, being DJs is a very physically taxing job. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, you're standing on your feet for hours on end. You're carrying heavy equipment. You're traveling at night. It's not very safe at that time. So tell me a little bit about how you guys juggle self-care being DJs and producers.
My grandmother, she's a big, I wouldn't say like a big holistic person, but she's very big on her herbs.
Yeah.
So because she's always been big on her herbs, I got me my little health book, and I really just started to really press down on what to know about how to take care of my body and stuff like that. It's from the sea moss,
Yeah.
turmeric, bay leaves, all kinds of mint leaves and stuff like that, making my own smoothies and everything, working out on a regular basis and
Yeah.
stuff like that, because like you said, we're on our feet all the time,
All the
you
time.
know,
Ugh.
so we got to stay hydrated,
Yeah.
drink a lot of things that's not too harming to our body. I cut the soda out, been cut red meat out of my diet, like eating habits, fast more, meditate more. Working out is really a part of me now. Before I wasn't working out like that. It's like, okay, yeah. And then after it'll kick my ass by the weekend. But
Yeah, that's
now
true.
when I'm working out throughout the week, I'm able to keep up with my body for the weekend because I'll have say like 7 gigs for the whole weekend,
Ugh.
and I have to run from this spot. Then I gotta wake up, only an hour of sleep. Get this. It's like I have to keep moving around and stuff. So I tell everyone, listen, work out and help your mental. If you have to take a break, take
A break. And we were talking about that.
Take a break.
Because and that's just besides mental and physical. Sometimes you have to take a break to organize your music,
Yeah.
revamp your equipment, make sure that you're not missing knobs. Because guess what? I've had times where I let a fellow DJ borrow something and they bring it back to me and there's
Man.
pieces missing.
Oh man.
Things needs to be fixed and things of
Nope.
that nature. So
And-
definitely sometimes you need to just take a step back and kind of
I don't know about anybody else too,
revamp.
but after a gig, after an event, don't turn no music on around me.
Oh my God! Thank you. I
Please.
drive home in
Please.
silence.
Don't turn.
I don't even try to
nothing
listen
on.
to music on my way to an event. Either.
No, I don't want to hear nothing.
Silence.
Nothing.
That's me
Silence
too.
sounds beautiful.
I feel the same way.
I mean, I wish I could eat better, but I love
Same.
eating.
You
And
said that with a lot of passion.
I wish I
in your
was.
voice just now.
I wish I wish I was a gym person, but I hate the
Yeah.
gym. I try like 4 times already. Um, but I like to exercise myself, but I still don't do it, which is so annoying because I like to do more like, group sports,
Yeah.
and it's hard to gather people because everybody's always working.
Yeah.
And if
you
they
just
want to
have
meet you, they want to meet you to go to the bar.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to therapy now. It's helping me a lot for
Ooh,
sure.
Good. That's great.
Yeah, it just started like 3 months ago. So it's
Nice.
something different and it's helping me, um, throughout my life with every single aspect of everything I'm passing
Yeah,
through.
so-
And,
Yeah.
but, and different from you, I don't really care about listening to music after a gig. Nothing loud, please, but
Right.
super chill. Always like, while I'm playing, because we have so many processes before getting to the booth, before getting to
Right.
a party, to the event. And once I'm there, it's like, for me, it's piece of cake. I would say that I don't, I don't feel pressured. Only if people try to pressure me, but still, I know how to do it.
Right.
If something gets wrong, I will try to figure out. I won't get too, annoyed or scared of um, problems through the event. But I like playing a lot. I like DJing a lot, and that helps me a lot too. Like I know when I close a date, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna play that day. That's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be such a good thing for me,
Yeah.
for my inner self, and
So it still
I
brings you
think
joy.
Yeah.
lots of joy, lots of
Good.
joy.
Yeah.
Because
And
I
I think,
know that there's been times where it's like it's become so much of a job that sometimes I get flustered with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's good to hear that it still brings you so much joy.
For me, that's how I take things as a DJ, and even like when I play, I got to DJ also like some weddings eventually. Like when someone is like desperate looking for one DJ, I remember DJing for this. It was Egyptian
Ooh.
guy, and it was a little exciting because I didn't know what to expect.
So how were you able to get through it?
Yo, send me your track list.
Right.
I didn't.
Exactly. Simple.
Facts.
Give me your Apple Music.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Because
I'm not doing this to myself.
it is hard. It is hard for us to know like what tracks to search for. I
Yeah.
don't even know how to speak. I don't even know. There is no
Might be
even
playing
way
it.
for
And
me
you
to
want to
write in
respect the
Arabic.
culture.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to respect it.
Yeah, and I want to bring something that they can relate and they can feel happy about it. But yeah, everything was fine, nailed it, and that case. But everything, challenges like this also make me happy, bring me joy. They part of the process, like
Absolutely.
so. Yeah, in general, I'm just trying to deal with my things, but also in general, I'm very like chill person.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming to the pod. Golden Kong, I'm so happy we got you on the show. I have been like asking him to come on the show for a minute now, so I'm so happy that we were able to do this. I cannot wait to party with you again soon. For the most part, we didn't have too many technical difficulties all the way from Brazil. So,
thank
Golden
you.
Kong, do you want to tell us any of your upcoming events or anything that you would like the audience to know? And please let them know where they can find you on social media and where they can hear your music.
Spotify, so you can follow me. SoundCloud.com/Golden Kong. Spotify is also Golden Kong, so you can find me there.
Yes.
My Instagram is golden_Kong.
But I'm excited for my
That's fine,
listeners
bro.
to hear everything that you have
Yeah.
out there. You guys will have Golden Khan's information in the description below, so make sure that you guys go hit those links, follow him, and remember to subscribe to Feed the DJ podcast so you can hear more incredible stories like his. And tell us where we can find you, Forbes, and tell us about what you have going on this summer in New York City.
We just had our first Aphrodisia.
Yeah.
And we're going to have our second one back at Wynwood. We are officially over there, and
Awesome.
I'm now the new resident DJ for Saturdays at Wynwood.
Let's go.
Our other next party is going to be a rooftop party July 27th in Brooklyn called Effortless.
So you
Yes.
are booking good gigs outside of Staten Island.
Yes, I'm doing
And
that.
how has that been going for you? Like, it is
It's-
important to do things at home. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
But
It is, but it's way better off the island. When you're out of your own city,
it's the comfort
it's
zone.
a different feel.
People say
Oh
your
my
comfort zone will kill you.
gosh. It will. It will
will.
drag you and it will kick you all over the mud.
It is. So where can they
It-
find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at Fadda Forbes, Fadda, Forbes like the magazine, on all social media platforms. You can find my mixes on my SoundCloud. I have Twitch as well. That is coming up soon.
What you doing on Twitch?
That's coming up soon.
Ah!
I will be calling up some DJs. You are on my list too.
Ah!
So yeah.
I'm
Twitch has changed the
excited.
game for DJs. So
Yes, it has.
this is why I say let's make something happen. So
excited.
find me on all social medias at Fadda Forbes all over. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they're all the same.
Can I
Yes,
say one
go
more
ahead.
thing?
Please do.
Oh,
Don't leave us.
I always forget about this little one, this little piece. Please, if you want to know more about Golden Kong, you can also go to goldenkong.com.br. BR because it's Brazil.
Yeah.
He got a website.
Got a website.
A whole
That's what I'm
website.
talking
Big
about.
establishment.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Big time
of course we
DJ.
do.
And before we head over to do your live DJ set, you have to try one of these cookies.
Let's
All
try one
right.
of these cookies right
So
now. Let's try
we
one of
have
these
to.
cookies.
I want to try the cookie.
I know we're gonna try and describe it as best as we can for you, Golden Cops.
Okay, please.
So again, you guys, this is our sponsor, Indulge NYC. These are the berries and cream cookies. So take one of those. All right,
I love
I'm already
berries.
going in texture-wise. They're nice and soft. Yum.
Almost look like a cheesecake. I can't front.
Yeah. Oh.
Damn, I love cheesecake. My favorite dessert.
Got a nice fruity smell.
That's why I went to New York. Cheesecake.
I found a cheesecake. All right, so I'm getting so many flavors here. One, the texture for me is important. Look at it. It's falling apart in my hand. I'm definitely a soft cookie person, so this is definitely doing it for me. The way that Maddie incorporates all of the flavors into one cookie is always really interesting to me.
Nah, this shit melts.
It melts, right? Oh, it's so good. This is probably one of my new favorites, you guys. You guys know my favorite is the Neapolitan, and that's another cookie that she kind of fuses all the flavors in. So, Forbes, if you can look into that camera and tell them what you think of Indulge NYC cookies.
You see what I'm doing right here, right?
Is
now
that
I
the
can
best
see.
cookie ever?
Impressive.
This cookie, it's moist. It's like a cake.
Yeah.
The flavors. What kind of berries it is again? It was like raspberry,
Berries and
strawberry, and cream.
I think it's strawberry, maybe blueberry.
No, this is slap. This slaps.
So
It has a cheesecake kind of texture, but
Yeah.
it has a cheesecake cake texture.
yes.
That's what I would say.
Yeah.
You know? Nah, this is. Look how good fall.
Right? It just falls apart right on you. Yeah. So, would you be interested in having these cookies outside of Feed the
Yes.
DJ? Yes, you would order some. All right, Maddie, you got somebody coming to get some cookies, girl. Big shout out to Indulge NYC. Thank you so much, Maddie, for supplying us with these incredible cookies for our guests. Thank you, Golden Con, for coming on the show. Thank you, Fadda Forbes, for joining me in the studio. My name is Girl and Rocks, your host and creator of Feed the DJ podcast. This is episode 2 of season 2. You guys got a first look at some of the trials and tribulations that it comes with as a DJ, producer, or performer. So sometimes the glitz and glam is not always glitz and glam.
Yeah,
But you know what? We're here to uncover all of those things. So if you learned something today, subscribe. If you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe. And if you're looking forward to the live DJ set from DJ Forbes, subscribe and stay to the end. And we're going to get into that right now. I don't bite, I just DJ. It's your favorite girl on the rocks, and I'm signing out.
So we are here with you right now. Feed the DJ podcast. Fadda Forbes, I'm here with you. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a nice quick, but nice and vibey kind of segment right here. This is DJ Fadda Forbes. Let's do this right now. It's on a Sunday, so why not praise God first, right? Right. Let's do this.
Say I'm grateful for not anything but everything. Every loss I had to take, I took it on the chin. We stood on the hot 10. I knew one day that we would win again.
Let's have some wordplay.
Prayed on my downfall by many men. Oh Lord, I thank you for not giving in. Must I tell them once again? All I do is win.
You either win with us or watch us win.
That's why I'm grateful for anything and everything. That's why I'm grateful for anything and everything. Oh Lord, I'm grateful for anything and everything. Oh, oh. I'm so ungrateful.
Just understand what I'm doing here.
Wanna be, but I thank God I'm not where I used to be. I was fucked up, feeling like the devil had a hold on me. Mama crying
Just
when
a quick transitions real quick.
you don't know the shit we been through. Was there nothing that I could do? Watch it rain on me. Took too much losses, we were down. So we gon' ball out every time we step out. It ain't nothing that I can't do. Look at all the shit I came through. Lost some niggas on the way. It's just another night. Just another fight for my life. It's alright because everything dies.
Let's just do this. Let's do this real quick. Hold on, let's go.
What's I go do? What you go do when you're feeling like you're falling and you can't find nothing to hold on to? Memories are carry me go, oh no, yeah. Sick at that, take me far away. Mr. DJ, make me travailler. Now man no be just anybody. Now me can no be shy. Body done it high, make me mad. I just got die. I only bad. My body done it high, make me mad. When my over is set on fire, don't.
Sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad. I don't know what's over me. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm wild. I don't know what's over me. I don't know what's over me. I'm overthinking everything. I time me feel like nobody.
It's a calm little vibe right on, right? It's an Afro-Caribbean kind of thing right here. Fadda Forbes is the name. Come on, say everybody this a bounce all around. Bounce all around. Bounce all around.
Too many shots of cognac. One for the belly, another for the broken heart. 3 for addition 4 so I don't go back. Looking for somebody who can watch my shoulders.
Like I said, no rush, no fuss, right? No rush, no fuss.
I can never be sober. Everything I've been wanting, I can never.
You heard what the song say? I told y'all we gonna give y'all a different kind of vibe today. A different kind of vibe today. Hold on, stay ready up I go. Ready, 1, 2, 3, mix. Let me tell you about this year.
Blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow, you they go.
This year, good news, giant, plenty money. Go to follow, you they go.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life.
Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
Everything you've been wanting, manifesting.
All right. Now let me go back to my country now. Now it's my turn. Ready. Let me play some different kind of sound for y'all today, man. We on Feed the DJ podcast today, right? This what we doing today, right? Feed the DJ. 1, 2.
It was a bacana in a the carnival. Only bad girl wanna wine get physical. Man wanna pick it up, spin and repeat up. But they don't know that you're mine, oh. And you'll be with me tonight. And we'll give this one more try.
If a person only bad minding you, only one thing you need to do.
Captain Fine, cut me loose, baby. Free to wine and break. If you love me,
if you cannot love me right, just let me go. Why not? Come on. We gonna have some fun right now, come on, hey. Here we go.
I'm tired of the fussing and the fighting. Yeah, all the cuss and we vex, strong sex through the night. Yeah, say you're leaving me tonight.
Oh gosh.
So we'll do this one more time. We already.
It's summertime right now, so it's only right to play some summer rhythm. So everybody just a mix. Oh, baby.
Free to wine and break the rules.
Hey,
can we go mash up and come right back? Cut me loose, darling. I couldn't find my way to you.
All right, let me go to Haiti real quick.
Come right back.
It's not to wine like you in love. Slowly whining, you feel love. Set your eyes like you see love.
Let me go to Haiti real quick.
Show me where you like to feel my love. Press your body against mine. Passionately start to whine, sending shivers down my spine. Because we're knocking in my mind. Slowly, girl, like we're in love. Touch yourself inside.
Like I said, I'm gonna play for everybody. We're gonna play for everybody.
Show me how you feel my love. I'm ready to be and feel your love.
Go!
Big shake the milk.
Watch it down them, watch the girl, them a wine and a go down, 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 wine and a go down. Watch the girl, them a roll it, roll it. Watch the girl, them roll it, roll it. Watch the girl, them roll it.
Upa café sa, upa café sa, upa café sa, upa café sa, upa café sa.
Here we go! We play some carnival right now. Why not? Fadda Forbes, talk to them.
When you bubble and you, bubble and you, bubble and you.
When you bubble and you, bubble and you, bubble and you,
bubble and you bend,
bubble and you bend, bubble and you, bubble and you, bubble and you bend. When you bubble and you bend, bubble and you bend, bubble and you, bubble and you, bubble and you bend.
bubble and you, bubble and you, bubble and you bend. When you bubble and you bend, bubble and you bend.
Oh, we on feed the DJ, right? We on feed the DJ, right? Ladies!
I wanna get down, down. We outside tonight.
Nothing but energy is what I'm bringing right now.
Turn up, new
Come on, say ready up again. What you want to do? What you want to do?
Turn up, faites la paix, stop. Plie-moi qu'à danser, plie-moi qu'à vibrer, plie-moi le rété.
You see, you have to understand something about soca music. There's only one way you just feel when soca music just start playing, you know? Only one way you go feel.
Oubliez tristesse, it make me feel good, so good, so good. Moi vine pas en pied, I wanna dance more and more.
Oh.
Don't talk to me anymore.
Watch the girl them roll it, roll it, roll and roll. Watch the girl them a roll and roll. Watch the girl them a roll and roll. Watch the girl them a roll and roll. And I
sugar, sugar, sweet, sweet, sweet.
If you never heard songs like this is all 2024 soca.
Sugar, sugar, sugar.
Oh,
what you gonna do when you get all this sugar? Make you stick like glue. Can you handle this flavor? Is your love for true? Then boy you could come over. I got all this sweetness, I could be your lover. Tell me what you want, that sweet, sweet sugar. Tell me what you want, that sweet, sweet sugar. Tell me what you want, that sweet, sweet sugar. Tell me what you want, that sweet, sweet sugar.
like I said, I'm just play for everybody, you know. Everybody just mix. Everybody just mix, son. A thing a day, a thing a day, a thing a day, a thing a day. Tick it, and 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 tick it. I need to tell you something about Trinis. We are professional drinkers. I'm just letting you know right now, you know? We are professional drinkers. So anytime we go anywhere, let me tell you how we just act. Let me tell you this right now. Let me go. Trinidadian people is professional drinkers, but we just have fun with it. Anywhere we go, we having fun. Everywhere we go, we having fun. Ready on. Ready on. Get the ready on. I go put on the mic and I go just mix now. Alright? We don't turn up, we don't do that. We go get to the next one right now. Let me go, man.
Rum in a glass, oh we just jump and balance, we move so mean with it. Drinking with class, down Perrier, gas. Some man so evilist, snake in a glass. Bad mind you and your glass, I feel complete with it. I don't just talk, we love me drinks to me heart and we send shots to the head, hit the liver. We drink plenty liquor, we don't play with it. We drink, we don't play with it. Send shots to the head, hit the liver. We drink plenty liquor, we don't play with it. We drink, we don't play with it. Just jack. I just jack. Any drink by the bag, you be plenty. Call we lick a shot at the century. No. Now the thing start. We love me drinks to me heart and we send shots to the head, hit the liver. We drink plenty liquor. We don't play with it. We drink, we don't play with it. Send shots to the head, hit the liver. We drink plenty liquor. We don't play with it. We drink, we don't play with it. In my grey suit with the grey goose, give them a straight move with the same moves. Make a hard milli but we stay cool. Mix the whiskey with the grapefruit, then punch the punching with the same movement. Head to one fet and mash up two flex. They must say me drunk something confused. You want speed? You want speed? You want speed? Step 1, are you back for your bend? You not boring, girl, you not dead. Step 2, girl, cock up is a 10. Any man you want, you can get. Step 3, bend down, make me see. Underneath, in a big like the sea. Step 4, girl, wine some more and knock your pussy on the blood clot floor.
Step 5, put the arch in your back. If it's slimmer, your boom boom fat. Step 5, put the arch in your back. Bend over, girl, don't look back. Pop on one side, pop on one side. She say crip swipe on the left side. Pop on one side, pop on one side. Bend over, girl, ride like a bike, girl, ride, ride.
Bless me, yes, your boom boom bless me. Yes, your boom boom bless me. I had to tell you so. Yes, your boom boom bless me. Yes, your boom boom bless me. Yes, your boom boom bless me. I had to tell you so. And when you boom on my body like a speaker box, and when you put it in my face like an equinox, so when you ride on my body like a horse and a jockey, skate on my body like your name ice. I kick out bounce on my body, my girl don't stop. Miss grip, grip, grip tighter than a headlock. When you lick, 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 lick on the ice, Papa tell her yeehaw when she right on top. Yeah, the best boom boom in the world, say that's me, that's me. Yeah, the best boom boom in the world, say that's me, that's me. Yeah, the best boom boom in the world, and you have no STD. Yeah, the best boom boom in the world, say that, say that, say that, say that.
And so what are you so full up at this thing? I when you're rocking is a bad girl team. You and your best friend are getting between girl and desire feel strong up my dream. This a night your body and it glow up for free. It's all about why you don't need a dream. I don't say treat the dog. Monty, give me your own. That woman like, that woman love. I want explore your ocean. You are the water, I am the rock. Man stand firm and defend your own. And when me tell you, baby, you better believe me, coming and repeat again. Just link right till the end. Rude boy never pretend. Bad girl are the realest. Love it how you switch up when I hear this song. Rude girl, realest. Turn it up and the chat bust the place. Throw that tongue like you're careless. Throw that tongue like you're careless. Matic vibes when they come in. Remind me of when me wild and freedom time me and fly. Boil up the ski. Crash up in a island. Piego, what's the scene? Y'all never know I want to snorkel the reef. Me nah sell it no chef on the beach.
What happens when you put soca and amapiano together?
That woman like, that woman love. I want to explore your ocean. If you want the water, well I am the rock.
Ufigo mga me, bakala mami. Manje nezitha sesiswana ngathi bebangakholwa ngabanye utshwala bami. Kithi bangasotshwala la. Yap, utshwala ba. Jiki bangithole nomtholo wami. Wetshwala bami. Mangamelu yusdagwa. Ngale ngizobanga namadala. Ama-case nama-cosavana. Vele skole kulolo daba. Shibirim she. Iveli kubu, sipuzi nyanga pay. So batelelo mangame, yo. Olele bala. Makweti bale yama. Bangtingo solo wame. Walcheti gala. Wetalo salamamba. Entingo bakalamamba. Bakalamamba. Wetala bame. Olele bala. Makweti bale yama. Bangtingo solo wame. Walcheti gala. Wetalo salamamba. Entingo bakalamamba. Bakalamamba. Malumenake, koparege sisinyana. Sila tsedi la pisite mola kutacha. Malume, fraiza wena untata. Maybe le majita kanglata. Malumenake, koparege sisinyana. Sila tsedi la pisite mola kutacha. Malume, fraiza wena untata. Maybe le majita kanglata.
Drip. I bet my fuck up in that. Acha, uno, more, kiba. I'm a rocker, so I sip a liquor.
Fadda Forbes, you don't know.
It's a hard to.
I ain't want to do too much. Can't do too much. Because if I go any longer, it's going to be a little bit stronger. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to just get to a different type of segment. We are here. Feed the DJ. You see who I'm here with? Girl in the Rocks. Running the whole thing, man. Doing this for all the DJs. This is what we're doing. DJs, pull up. I need y'all to tap in. Let her tap into the mind real quick. Talk what you got to talk. No kind of judgment. We are here. This is for you. Feed the DJ podcast. Signing out. Fadda Forbes, Staten Island. We here.